318. We got a highly competitive, highly explosive, highly ranked. I'm not sure what the rank, but it's a high matchup, a high middleweight matchup in the UFC between Paulo Costa from Brazil and Roman Kopylov from Russia. Right here, there's very two similar fighters, and the record reflects that. Paulo Costa, 14-4, standing at 6'1" with a 72-inch reach, and he is also 34. They are the same age. Roman Kopylov is 14-3, similar records, 6-0 with a 75-inch reach. Both of them are 34 years old in age. Now, breaking this down, I didn't think too much of it. A little Wavio from Whole Gang said over 2.5 fight to go to distance is the pick, and that's the pick I'm going to rock with too right here. Fight to go to distance between Roman Kopylov and Paulo Costa. Right here, you might not think that's smart. For Roman Kopylov, he has been very good in the UFC. He lost to Anthony Hernandez. Anthony Hernandez never caught my eye like that, but he's been beating everyone like that. So Roman Kopylov started off 0-2 in the UFC, but they did give him his chance to get back, and he got 4 straight wins. He is 5-3 in the UFC. I honestly thought he would be better, will have a better record, but I'm sorry, he is 6-3 in the UFC, and 5 6 of those wins have come by way of a knockout. So fight to go to distance is a dangerous pick. But the reason I'm rocking that is you see everyone who's knocked out, Alicia Dachura, Ponley, Sonia, Claudio, Rivero, and Josh Trem, those are low-level opponents. And Chris Curtis, he knocked him out in the last second, but I was watching that fight live, and I don't really think that was a knockout. Like, he was winning, and yeah, he stumbled him, but that wasn't really like a knockout. The ref, like, should have gotten a decision. So Kopylov is a good fighter. He throws kicks. He's a striker. He can punch. More of them Russian fighters are more of wrestling usually, but he's definitely a striker, and he can bang. And he definitely got power, explosiveness. He's good all around. He's a good, solid fighter. He's the favorite. He's Russian, Roman Kopylov. And on the other hand, Roman Kopylov, I rate him like a 93, 94 overall. 6-3. That's because he started off bad. That's why he's been 6-1 since 0-2. A little start off. Now Paulo Costa, he's had a very different career path. He's also a striker, and he's from Brazil. Now Costa was with Marvin Vettori in the boat when they were both very on the top of MMA, like right under the top of Israel Adesanya. During Israel Adesanya's reign, Paulo Costa and Marvin Vettori were the #1 type contenders in that range. Now let's look at Paulo Costa's career. He started off very hot, and that's when he got his chance against Israel Adesanya. He started off 6-0 with 5 knockouts, and he knocked out a bunch of bumps, but last off Uriah Hall, and then he got to fight Romero. He beat him by decision. That was a good-ass fight. I've seen that live. It was banging it out, or I've seen it after the whole fight. Israel Adesanya, I remember that. He lost to him. And that's when his fall-off kind of happened, and he lost to Vettori. See, Vettori been in that top range. He beat Luke Rockhold. I remember that. They wanted him to get a win back, and he hasn't won since then. He lost to Robert Whittaker, and he lost to Sean Strickland. Now, right here, he was going on a tear, knocking out everyone, but Paulo Costa hasn't knocked out anyone since 2019. Since he's been on that tear where he went 5-0 in his first 5 fights, all 5 knockouts. He's been 2-4 with 2 decision wins and knocked out once. As Paulo Costa fighting the top level UFC fighters is 2-4 with 0 knockouts. So right here, he's very powerful, but it just shows that both of these fighters aren't knocking out elite fighters. They're knocking out lower level fighters, but when they get to the elite fighters, even though they are strong and powerful, they're not really knocking each other out like that. So right here, it's a good, highly elite matchup. But I just can't really find the side I would lean towards. Paulo Costa is nice, and I understand why he's the underdog in this one. But he's 7-4 in his career, so 6-4 in the UFC. Paulo Costa versus 6-3 Roman Kopylov. They almost have the same records in the UFC and in the career-wise. This is a heavily contested matchup. I see this fight to go decision. They do bang, so one of them could crack each other, but that would be kind of that'll be like, that'll be kind of crazy, honestly, if one of them knock each other out, because they are even. I honestly don't see this way going. They just standing and banging with each other, and it goes to the end. It's a stand and bang fight to go to distance fight, in my personal opinion. I'm rocking with Lil Wavio's pick, Paulo Costa versus Roman Kopylov, fight to go to distance. Choosing a side is hot on this one because Paulo Costa is elite. He's just been taking some L's, but it's against the best fighters. And Kopylov is very nice, but he's kind of a different generation fighter, not really in that same category of fighters. Costa's been fighting the established UFC fighters like Strickland, Whitaker, Vittoria, Adesanya. And Rockhold was like from the past, the blast from the past. But Kopylov, a new generation of fighter, even though they're same age, it's a very different career path. And two different fighters from Russia and Brazil gonna clash off at UFC 318. Fight to go to distance, Paulo Costa versus Roman Kopylov.